YouTube. Hopefully you like System Test 1. I recommend watching the video. I know it was my first system test I ever made. And that was pretty good. It took me 3 takes, by the way. That was my third take, basically, that video was, because the other 2... I forgot to put hearing protection on for the first take. Yeah, bad idea. I'm plugging my ears, like, already. And I was silencing the piano, like, my phone's literally in the piano. The second take, I don't know what happened. I think I said something wrong. And then the third take was the normal take. I mean, it was the 4th take I did. I don't know. But it took some work. And I tried to look for the hearing protection, so there was a jump cut also. But I found some of these. These are not sponsored, by the way. Like, I would say that from now on. I really wanted to see it. What's the case? There it is. This is the company. It's like an Amazon earplugs. Pretty good. They don't take AirPods, I know, with the little black things. And yes, you can replace the black things. You can take these little black things off, but I don't have extras or down. Yeah, that's how it could be when doing system tests. And there will always be a jump cut before I put the earplugs in doing system tests. Heads up, okay? Because here's why. So I can talk normally during the video overview. And next system test, maybe I might have a Wheelock MT. I might get Wheelock MT. Yep. The 270 SPL will be the only polling station for right now. Yes, I'm in pajamas still because I just woke up. The 270 SPL is the only polling station on the system. There might be another polling station. I might add a BG12. Oh, BG12 or just a BG12. Yeah, the 270 SPL works. Siren disabled. But the siren doesn't sound good. The reason why it doesn't sound good, I don't know if it's getting FWO or not. I think it's 6 filter DC. Or maybe it's just how the siren usually sounds, but it usually sounds high pitched like a bird. It sounds even worse than what it sounded like, but it sounds like a mechanical horn. So you can consider it as a horn. I'm not going to use it on the System Test 2. So System Test 2 is going to come out in a really long time. It might be a really long time, it might be a short period. I don't know how long it will take. And the Wheelock MT will be different tones. First tone will be code 3 tone. Just code 3 tone. Not the normal default horn. The horn tones I'm not going to use. Just kidding, I will use them. Code 3 tone be the first tone. Second tone, high low. Third tone, siren. Fourth tone, slow loop. Fifth tone, bell will be the last tone, basically. Bell will be the last tone. So fifth tone, horn, code 3, then march time for the sixth tone. Seventh tone, code 3, horn. Eighth tone, bell. Bell will be the eighth tone. Bell will be the last tone we'll do, and to celebrate with the bell, I might even try to hook up a chime to the system on the relay. If I can find the parts to it. I didn't mean to take it apart, by the way. Yeah. In the polling station, I'm planning to have this to 270 SPL as always. This is a permanent polling station on its own full. This is just a little more of an extended overview. In the Wave 2 siren, I'm sorry that it sounded horrible. I forgot to mention it did sound horrible. But yeah, I said it sounded horrible. Also, there was tape on it. Scotch tape. Then it's not even worse. It's probably because there's even Scotch tape that made it sound even worse. But it didn't sound as loud as it did earlier. And yes, all the wiring looks absolutely weird. It looks like I'm almost using this looks like basically a big battery just plugged in. Plug and play battery, but maybe it isn't. Well, it's more than just a battery. It's connected to this light switch from a bell. That's how you turn it off. And that's how you turn it on. I did have a resistor fault. I know resistance on the system, and yes, we like MT will not have it will never have audible silence. There'll be no audible silence in any of my systems because I think I've applied the 12-volt resetable power. And either way, I like it to reset non-silenceable, non-silenceable, not non-silenceable. I mean audible silence, because audible silence, I don't think it's necessary really. Really, as long as there's a horn. As long as there's a horn on the system that works. As long as we have a horn or a shrub or whatever, or I might always use horns. But I'm definitely gonna get a horn shrub. I might get like MT horn. AMTs are very rare to get, so if I get AM come across my hands on an AMT, I'm gonna put it on chime tone only. That's the secret tone on Real Like MT's chime. That would be used as a chime. So yeah. Very cool panel. And it says the Firewatch. It's really a Firelight panel. This is a Firelight panel, by the way. It's not a Firewatch brand. It's just what they call it. I just said Firewatch in the video, but it's really a Firelight panel. It's a Firelight 411 UD. Yep, they just call it that in videos. They don't say the AC part, but I call it the 411 UDAC because here's why. It is the 411 UDAC. That's the full Nobu. And yes, it's meant for command. But it might be hearing a faint buzz from transfer. It's normal, okay? It works still. Yes, I have resistance on the system, which is okay. It doesn't hurt the system. System's just gonna be in trouble for that, but I never will put resistance on the system because I don't know what resistance to use for this particular panel. Also, I can show you a cool trick. Don't do this at home. Remember that video I did? Watch. Don't do this at home. Because the ground fall in the system. See, just trouble lights flashing. There's a ground light going. But it clears ground fault. See, it clears itself automatically. The second you touch it, there's a ground. Try to make a ground fall in the system. But don't do that at home, really, guys. This panel, you can fry your panel. Depending on what panel you have, you can fry it. I don't want you to fry your panel or cause a real internal ground fault, or an internal ground fault, or whatever the heck it could cause. Or the ground fault might not clear up. This panel does it. It's smart. It's smart to me. It's a nice panel. Very nice panel. I love it. I love this panel. You're not embarrassed doing what I've done. But, really? It's not embarrassing at the end of the day, because I got my very first system test completed. The silence sounded like garbage, and this wire will always be used as the file-on wire. It is file-on wire, so it'll be used as the horn wire. The ball station wire will be the thermostat wire, and this wire will always be the power supply, and no matter what, it'll be the power supply. Basically, if I switch around things, I cannot do that. I cannot do that, guys, unfortunately. Yeah, so I can't switch around things and do cool stuff. This video is long, I know, but I'm just over-revealing the panel. I'll show you a cool trick with this bolster. You're gonna make it look like it's spring-loaded, see? See? No, Mom, don't worry. They're not called the alarm on the system. It's spring-loaded, see? Just kidding, it's not weary. And yes, I had the problem with the flyhead. I said the flyhead was not working. It's because I think the screws were a little weird. Maybe even a little shripped because I've been using it a lot. But it works without the flyhead if you don't mount it on anything. And you guys are not back boxes or anything. And I just have wires exposed everywhere. But maybe someday I might professionally install it and maybe have it somewhere in my room. But it's nice on the ground. And yes, the door will be taken off because it's easier for me to get access to the wires. Because if I need to do something or fix something. And the battery fault will always be there until I find a real 12-volt battery. Even though this is a 12-volt battery, it doesn't work. I don't think it works. And also first of all, First of all, it's not even been. I don't think it's even lead acid. I think it's lithium. Maybe it's lead acid. I don't know. Do rechargeable battery. Oh, this is lithium and lead acid. And also, it's meant for one of those like toy Jeeps back in the day. You can find at Toys R Us. Toys R Us is reopening. Fun fact. Get this battery. See, this is lead acid. I think it probably is. Yeah, you can see. This is well, it's expired. September 1st, 2025. That's this for September radio 5. No, that's an S. It expired this year. About a couple months ago. Don't they made Missouri? Looking around, seeing if. Yeah, it's lead acid. It's confirmed that it's lead acid. It says toxic materials are in it. So yeah, that's just a lead acid battery. Sorry, guys, if the video's long, but I'm just wanted to talk a lot. Just because I do really like this panel. Like, this is my favorite panel. It's so easy to wire up. But don't do what I did. We wired up the 12 volt reset. We wired up the positive 12 volt resettable power and negative 12 volt power to the negative resettable because it will show out the panel. But the panel still works. It will show out that part of the panel, but however, the NAC is okay. At least. I think that's for 4-wire devices, which I think I cannot do 4-wire devices anymore. But maybe someday I might add a smoke detector on the system. And that'll be improvised for the 270 SPO, and I will use professional wires for that. And actually use a resistor for that, because, yeah, I think smoke detectors need resistors. I know I had 3 different wires on the system, because those are the wires I can find that it works. At least. That's why I had 3 different wires, like 5-ohm wire that's meant for ground on the 5-ohm system. That's why it's green. Usually it's red, but it's green. It is real 5-ohm wire. I have proof. Let me see the proof. Let me see what the proof is. Guys, sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Made in USA. I thought if I don't know why it is made in USA. Oh, that's for zones, huh? You can't really see it well, but it says fire safety. It's kind of cut off a little, but it says fire safety on it. So yeah, this is confirmed 5-ohm wire. It is real 5-ohm wire. It's meant for grounds or zones. I don't know what it's used for, but it works. It works. Yeah. And this doesn't even have a ground. And the system doesn't even have a ground either. That's even more lovely that the system doesn't even have a ground on it. And it still doesn't cause a ground fault. Which, that's nice that I don't have a ground fault. And even this doesn't have a ground. It's only 2 wires that it hooks up. It only needs 2 wires to hook up a 270 SPO with terminal blocks, but don't do what I'm doing. Because I have 3 different wires in any system, even a hobbyist system. Because my system is just, if you really had to do it, you guys can, but don't do what I did. But you could hook up a switch to it. I recommend hooking up one of these, but with a ground. Try to find a ground for that. Because what I did was pretty dumb. I know what I'm doing is pretty dumb. And it could potentially do damage on panels if you use 3 different wires. And they're all different ratings. Like, this is 18 gauge, I believe. I believe this is the normal gauge for 5-ohm wire. And this is just, I think this is just 120 volts AC is power supply that I have hooked up to the surge protector. Yeah. I found one on the video this video. I'm very sorry, guys. I said it multiple times. And this is the company it came from. Yeah, that's the eBay seller. Shout out to that company. And yes, it does have original parts to it. Like, I found this bolt in the panel. This is what's in the panel. Yep, I'm not lying to you. Wait a second. That's a screw. I never noticed that screw in the panel. Unless that's actually one of my screws. No, it's not one of my screws. That's from the panel right there when it was probably mounted. A knocked out. That's a nice panel. It's a very beautiful panel. I like it. But I will professionally do it right eventually. While I do some updates when I'm older. And yes, I'm going to get a key for the panel. Just for fun. I'm going to get a Firelight key. Both versions of the Firelight key. There's 2 Firelight keys, fun fact. One that will work with the panel and one that will work with just normal stuff. I'm going to do is probably a live stream. So, anyways, that's it for right now.